The car dies at exactly 12:01 a.m. No warning, no sputter, no slow fade, just silence. They illuminate movement. Tall shapes stand between the gravestones, still, watching. The woman grips the steering wheel as her breath fogs the windshield. Then something moves closer, not walking, floating. And from outside the car, a soft knock echoes against the driver's side window. 3 slow taps and a whisper. You shouldn't have stopped. The road is not supposed to exist. It appears only after midnight. A narrow stretch of cracked asphalt cutting through endless trees. No streetlights, no houses, no signal. The woman drives alone, the radio humming softly as she fights against exhaustion. Not until the cemetery appears. Old iron gates, broken crosses, gravestones leaning like tired witnesses. Her headlights sweep across the entrance. And then, the engine shuts off. The dashboard dies. The radio cuts out mid-word. Silence completely swallows the car. She tries the ignition. Nothing. Not even a click. Her phone has no signal. No battery warning. No reason. It's just a dead black screen. Outside, the fog begins to move. It's not drifting on the wind. It's circling. A sound reaches her ears. It's a low, dragging noise like wet cloth being pulled across stone. It comes from the cemetery. Then she sees them. Panic makes bad decisions feel logical. She opens the door and steps out of the car. Every eye turns toward her. The shapes are clearer now. They're humanoid silhouettes, but elongated and thin, drifting inches above the ground. Their faces are smooth, featureless, except for the eyes. They glow softly, like dying embers. She takes a step back. The ground crunches beneath her foot. Instantly, they all move. Not toward her, but around her, surrounding her. Voices slide into her ears. Not words, just fragments. Breathing mixed with memories. She hears her own name, a name she never said out loud. The fog thickens, disorienting her. She turns in circles, her heart pounding in her chest, trying to locate the source of the sounds. One shape floats closer, close enough that the cold radiating from it burns her skin. Its head tilts, its eyes brighten, and suddenly, the car horn blares, a single piercing, continuous sound. She spins around. The horn is blaring on its own. She runs. Scrambling back into the car, she slams the door shut behind her and fumbles for the lock. Her hands shake so badly she drops the keys onto the floor mat. The horn stops as abruptly as it started. The headlights dim to a weak glow. Outside, the shapes gather around the car. Their hands, long, wrong, jointed incorrectly, press against the glass. Where they touch, frost spreads in intricate spiderweb patterns. The windshield fogs completely from the outside. Then finger trails appear, drawing symbols in the condensation. Not letters, warnings. Just as she retrieves her keys, the engine turns over. By itself. The dashboard lights up. The radio turns on. Static crackles. Then a voice cuts through. It's her voice, crying, begging, screaming her own terrified words back at her from earlier. She covers her ears, trying to block it out. The steering wheel jerks in her hands. The car lurches forward, then stalls again. Outside, the figures retreat, but not far. And she sees it now. They are smiling. She realizes the truth far too late. They aren't trapping her outside. They're keeping her inside. The cemetery gates creak open on rusted hinges. The gravestones themselves seem to shift. The dirt stirs. More shapes rise from the ground. Some crawl. Some float. Some simply appear out of the fog. The car windows begin to crack. Hairline fractures spread across the glass like veins. The whispers become synchronized, forming one sentence repeated over and over. You stopped. You saw. You stayed. A face presses against the windshield. This one has features, a mouth stretched too wide in a silent scream. It mouths a single word. Drive. She turns the key. The engine roars to life. The car shoots forward. The headlights blaze, cutting through the dark. The road stretches ahead, and then it folds inward. The cemetery is suddenly on both sides of the road. The trees lean over, their branches like skeletal fingers. The fog becomes a solid, swirling wall. The figures are running beside the car now, not floating, running, keeping pace easily. Hands slam against the doors, a relentless drumming. Something heavy lands on the roof. The metal ceiling dents inward, scraping, clawing, and a sound that might be laughter. She glances at the rearview mirror. She shouldn't have. The back seat is full. Figures are pressed shoulder to shoulder. their glowing eyes just inches from her face. One of them leans forward. Its mouth, a black slash in a featureless face, opens beside her ear. It whispers, "You never left." The car stops. Instantly. It's a now dead center in the cemetery. The doors unlock with a loud click. The doors swing open. The cold rushes in. Hands grab her, pulling, dragging. The fog swallows everything. The car lights shut off one by one, leaving only darkness. The last thing visible is the gravestones, shifting, rearranging themselves. A new name is carving itself into a fresh slab of stone. Her name. The road is empty again. No car, no woman, just a cemetery beside a road no one remembers driving. But sometimes late at night, other drivers report seeing a broken down car at midnight. The headlights are on, the engine is silent, and it's just waiting. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales from the shadows.